Finally, Kody Brown remarried after stealing Robyn's $1 million. Robyn Brown faces court trial. Hello friends, I am Elena. Welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Kody Brown remarried after stealing Robyn's $1 million, and Robyn Brown now faces a court trial. The news has spread like wildfire among fans of sister wives and reality television followers who have tracked the Brown family's complicated relationships for years. What began as a family rooted in polygamy has now spiraled into accusations of betrayal, financial misconduct, and the shocking development of remarriage. For years, Kody Brown and Robyn Brown were presented as the closest pairing within the sister wives' household. Many viewers saw Robyn as Kody's favorite, the wife he prioritized above the others. This perception grew after Mary, Janelle, and Christine each distanced themselves or left the marriage, citing Kody's unfair treatment. Robyn, meanwhile, remained often portrayed as supportive, loyal, and aligned with Kody's vision for the family. But beneath that image, tensions were brewing. Reports now allege that Kody secretly accessed and diverted money from a fund that Robyn considered her own savings. Sources close to the situation claim the amount is staggering: $1 million. This money was allegedly tied to assets, business ventures, and possibly inheritance that Robyn had secured for her children's future. When the financial records surfaced, investigators began looking into possible misappropriation and fraud. Shockingly, the trail of evidence pointed toward Kody. Twist came when, instead of addressing the accusations or repairing the damage, Kody was discovered to have remarried. After decades of presenting himself as a man committed to a unique polygamist arrangement, Kody seemingly abandoned that identity and took a new wife under legal marriage. Fans and critics alike were stunned by the news, as this indicated not only betrayal of Robyn but also a complete departure from the lifestyle that defined his television persona. The remarriage sparked immediate questions. Who is this new wife? Why did Kody choose to marry her legally, when he had been so committed to spiritual marriages in the past? Some reports suggest that the new partner comes from outside the polygamist world altogether, representing Kody's attempt to start fresh with a new public image. Others argue this marriage was strategically timed, as it may provide him cover or new alliances while Robyn's financial case unfolds in court. Robyn Brown, on the other hand, is now dealing with both personal devastation and legal entanglement. Court documents reveal that she is facing trial over the ownership and management of assets tied to the $1 million sum. Her lawyers insist that she is the victim of manipulation and theft. They claim Kody orchestrated the transfer of funds without her consent, leaving her accountable for discrepancies in financial statements. Prosecutors, however, argue that as a joint account holder and co-signer on many ventures, Robyn bears legal responsibility regardless of Kody's actions. Public reaction has been mixed. Some fans express sympathy for Robyn, saying she sacrificed her reputation and relationships with the other wives to support Kody, only to be betrayed in the end. They point out how often she defended him on screen, sometimes at the expense of her own credibility, and now she stands alone in court. Others, however, view this as karmic justice. For years, Robyn was criticized as the wife who took over and disrupted the harmony of the Brown household. Viewers accused her of being complicit in Kody's favoritism and manipulation. To these critics, the court trial is the inevitable collapse of an alliance that was built on exclusion and inequality. Media outlets have seized on the sensational nature of the story. Headlines about Kody's $1 million betrayal and Robyn's courtroom showdown dominate entertainment sections. Legal analysts have weighed in, debating whether Robyn will be able to prove she was unaware of Kody's financial moves. They point out that spousal finances are notoriously complex, and when blended with business ventures, television contracts, and family trusts, unraveling the truth may take years. Meanwhile, Kody appears largely unfazed in public. Witnesses at his remarriage describe him as jubilant, confident, and focused on his new life. He reportedly dismissed questions about the $1 million in Robyn's trial, telling associates that he has moved on, and that the truth will come out. For many, this nonchalance adds insult to injury, as it highlights the divide between his fresh start and Robyn's crumbling legal defense. Family dynamics among the Browns have also shifted dramatically. Christine, Janelle, and Mary, who had distanced themselves from Kody long before this scandal, have reacted cautiously but pointedly. Christine has hinted in interviews that she feels vindicated, suggesting that this turn of events confirms her decision to leave. Janelle, known for her pragmatic approach, expressed concern for the children, particularly Robyn's younger ones, who may be directly affected by financial instability. Mary, who often kept her criticisms more private, noted that betrayal has always been part of the story, and she is not surprised. Fans of the show are debating what this means for the future of sister wives. With Kody remarried and estranged from most of his original family, the premise of the show seems shattered. Some believe the scandal could fuel a spin-off focused on the aftermath, particularly Robyn's legal battle. Others argue that the brand is irreparably damaged, as the Brown story has shifted from unconventional family struggles to outright fraud and courtroom drama. As the trial date approaches, Robyn is reportedly preparing to take the stand. Sources close to her say she is devastated by Kody's remarriage and feels abandoned both emotionally and financially. Her legal team plans to argue that she was deceived, manipulated, and left holding the blame for actions that Kody executed. Prosecutors, however, are determined to show that she either knowingly participated or failed to prevent financial misconduct, making her liable. The central question remains, did Kody Brown deliberately steal $1 million from his former wife, or was this a case of shared mismanagement that spiraled out of control? The remarriage complicates the narrative further, as it paints Kody as a man willing to discard not only the principles of polygamy but also the loyalty of the wife who defended him most regardless of the trial's outcome. The scandal marks a turning point. Kody's public image has taken a severe blow, as fans who once defended him now question his integrity. Robyn's reputation, already polarizing, is under further scrutiny as she navigates terrestrial courtroom spotlight. And the Brown family, once promoted as an example of unity within diversity, now stands fractured beyond repair. The reality is stark. The story that began as a televised exploration of plural marriage has devolved into accusations of theft, betrayal, and legal warfare. Kody's remarriage after allegedly stealing Robyn's $1 million is not just a personal drama but a public spectacle, one that will unfold in courtrooms, tabloids, and living rooms for months if not years to come. Kody Brown has always been known for his complicated family dynamics, but the latest revelation has fans buzzing louder than ever. In a surprising twist, Kody's own words have sparked controversy, leaving viewers stunned as he laughed in a way many described as villain-like after taking a jab at Robyn Brown, the one wife who once seemed to be his. His cryptic comment, "She would never let me," has opened the door to questions about power, control, and the unraveling dynamics of their relationship. The sister wives patriarch has faced years of scrutiny, but this time the spotlight is shining on his tone and demeanor rather than just his choices. When he made the remark, he reportedly chuckled in a way that didn't sound lighthearted or joking. It sounded almost mocking, as though he enjoyed making the statement at Robyn's expense. This new side of Kody is creating unease among fans who once assumed his loyalty to Robyn was unshakable. For years, Robyn has been portrayed as the wife Kody protected above all others. She was often seen as his confidant, his chosen partner, and the one he aligned with even when it meant alienating his other wives. But the recent moment where he laughed after saying Robyn would never let him do something struck a nerve because it revealed a crack in the image of their once tight-knit bond. Viewers immediately began speculating what exactly Kody meant. Was he referring to household control? A personal decision? A relationship boundary? The phrasing itself was vague, but the energy he carried while saying it has fans convinced there was more to the story. Some think he was exposing how much influence Robyn has over him. Others believe he was mocking her authority in a way that wasn't affectionate but rather resentful. In any case, the villain-like laugh only made the situation worse because it suggested Kody enjoyed the tension his words created. Fan reactions online poured in quickly. Many said they were shocked to see Kody turning his sharp words toward Robyn, since for so long she was spared the jabs he freely threw at Mary, Christine, or Janelle. Social media lit up with commentary pointing out that if even Robyn is now being criticized, then perhaps Kody is losing his grip on the very foundation of his family relationships. One viewer wrote that it seemed like the mask was slipping, and Kody's laugh felt less like humor and more like arrogance. Another commented that it was like watching a movie villain reveal their true thoughts for the first time. What makes the remark especially striking is the broader context of Kody and Robyn's relationship. In the last few years, Robyn was frequently blamed by fans for being the wedge that drove Kody further from his other wives. Many felt she had too much influence over decisions, whether about where the family lived, how holidays were handled, or how finances were managed. Kody often defended her fiercely, insisting she wasn't the cause of division. But now, by laughing and saying she would never let me, he hinted that even he feels controlled or restricted by her in some way. This revelation raises an interesting question. Is Kody finally experiencing what his other wives felt for years? An imbalance of power and favoritism? So it creates an ironic twist in the sister wives saga. For years, Christine and Janelle spoke about how they felt sidelined while Robyn took center stage. Kody is now mocking Robyn's role in a resentful tone. It could be that the dynamic between them is not as stable as it once appeared. It also speaks to a larger theme that Sister Wives has always explored, the tension between independence and control within plural marriage. Kody's laugh and his jab at Robyn highlighted that even within his favorite relationship, control and power struggles are still alive. In fact, it might suggest that the relationship is beginning to mirror the problems he had with his other wives. Of course, some fans think Kody's words were not serious at all. They argue that his laughter was just his way of deflecting tension, that he uses humor to soften difficult truths. But even those who give him the benefit of the doubt admit the moment came across badly. His tone seemed mocking, not light, and the villain-like laugh created an impression that stuck with people. Perception, in this case, became more important than intention. The odd jab also reveals something about Kody's shifting public image. In earlier seasons, he was often portrayed as a struggling but well-meaning father trying to balance the needs of a large family. Now, viewers increasingly describe him with terms like arrogant, bitter, or villainous. The laugh reinforced this perception, and the fact that it was directed at Robyn, his supposed ally, made it all the more jarring. What comes next for Kody and Robyn is uncertain. Their relationship has already been under scrutiny because of the fractures in the larger Brown family. Christine is gone, Janelle is separated, and Mary has distanced herself. Robyn is the last remaining wife who still stands with Kody, but moments like this raise the question of whether even that relationship is as solid as it seems. Kody is beginning to resent Robyn's influence, the cracks may widen further. Fans speculate that this could mark the beginning of a new phase in the sister wives storyline. Instead of showing a united Kody and Robyn front, the show may now highlight their internal conflicts. Viewers who once accused Robyn of being the queen of the family may now see that her influence comes with consequences, even for Kody himself. The phrase, "she would never let me," continues to echo online, with many dissecting it like a puzzle. What is it that Robyn would never allow? Was Kody talking about moving to a new home? Dating someone else? Taking on a new project? The mystery only fuels more conversation, which may be exactly what keeps the show alive in the public eye. In the end, whether Kody meant it seriously or not, the impact was undeniable. The laugh, the tone, and the odd jab combined to create a moment that fans won't soon forget. It was a reminder that even when the cameras catch something small, the audience will magnify it, analyze it, and connect it to the bigger picture of the Brown family drama. For Kody, the villain-like laugh may have been just a fleeting reaction. But for Sister Wives fans, it has become a symbol of everything they believe is wrong with him: arrogance, mockery, and a refusal to take responsibility. For Robyn, it may be the first sign that her untouchable status in Kody's world is changing. And for the viewers, it's one more reason to keep tuning in, because the drama, even in the smallest gestures, never seems to end. Christine Brown has always been one of the most outspoken and independent voices in the Sister Wives family. Over the years, viewers have watched her navigate the ups and downs of plural marriage, her role as a mother, and her eventual decision to walk away from Kody Brown. Now, with her memoir dropping earlier than expected, fans are buzzing with excitement, shock, and deep curiosity. The early release of Christine's memoir has already sparked intense conversation because, according to those who got their hands on it, the book lays bare some of Kody's biggest betrayals, things the cameras never fully captured or that were only hinted at during the TLC show. Christine's memoir is being called raw, honest, and unapologetically direct. She is not pulling any punches when it comes to recounting her personal experiences with Kody, her sister wives, and the unraveling of their family dynamic. Fans are saying that this book finally puts into words what many viewers suspected but could never confirm, that Kody's betrayals weren't only emotional but also deeply personal, and they went far beyond simple disagreements about love, marriage, or parenting. One of the biggest revelations Christine reportedly shares is about Kody's shifting loyalties within the family. For years, audiences of sister wives noticed the favoritism he seemed to display toward Robyn, the youngest wife. Christine's memoir goes further, describing in detail how she felt abandoned and betrayed as Kody's attention and affection drifted almost entirely toward Robyn. According to Christine, this wasn't just about romance or intimacy, it was about respect, decision-making, and the emotional balance of the household. She recalls moments when her opinions were dismissed, her needs were ignored, and her children were treated differently, all because Kody prioritized Robyn's happiness over anyone else's. Fans have always debated whether the show edited events to protect Kody's reputation, but Christine's memoir makes it clear, what viewers saw was only the tip of the iceberg. She explains how painful it was to realize that the plural marriage structure, which was supposed to provide equality, became lopsided the moment Robyn entered the family. Christine emphasizes that betrayal doesn't always look like cheating, it can be neglect, favoritism, and broken promises. For her, Kody's failure to show up for her and their children was one of the deepest betrayals of all. Another powerful theme in the memoir is Christine's struggle with self-worth during her marriage. She admits that, for years, she downplayed her own feelings in order to maintain peace. She sacrificed her emotional well-being for the sake of the family because that's what she was taught to do in their faith and culture. But Christine's book reveals that the emotional toll was massive. She confesses to questioning whether she mattered, whether her voice had value, and whether her children would suffer from her silence. Fans say this section of the memoir is heartbreaking because it illustrates how much Christine endured before she found the courage to leave. Christine also doesn't shy away from writing about moments of direct confrontation with Kody. According to those who have read the memoir, she details arguments where Kody belittled her dreams, ignored her requests for help, and dismissed her desire for a more balanced partnership. These moments, Christine writes, were not only painful but also eye-opening. They showed her that the Kody she once believed in no longer existed, or maybe never did. This honesty is being praised by readers, who say that Christine has given a voice to so many people who feel invisible in their relationships. Fans also claim the memoir drops shocking details about financial struggles and hidden tensions. Christine reportedly reveals that many decisions about money were made without transparency and often left her feeling vulnerable. She explains how promises about shared responsibility often turned into disappointments, where she had to step up to provide stability while Kody focused elsewhere. Betrayal for her wasn't just about affection, it was about the lack of partnership in every sense. The book also sheds light on Christine's decision to leave Kody and the moment she knew it was final. Readers say she describes a turning point where she realized her children deserved to see their mother valued, respected, and loved fully. Staying in a relationship that diminished her would only teach her daughters to accept less and her sons to give less. Walking away wasn't just an act of survival for Christine, it was an act of love for her children. Fans online are calling this one of the most inspiring sections of the memoir because it reframes her departure not as a failure but as a victory. What makes Christine's memoir so impactful is the balance between pain and empowerment. While she exposes Kody's betrayals, she also focuses on her journey to healing. She writes about rediscovering her identity outside of plural marriage, building new traditions with her kids, and eventually finding happiness again with her now husband David Woolley. Her voice is one of resilience, proving that betrayal can break you down but it can also push you to rebuild stronger. Fans are flooding social media with reactions to the memoir. Some say they're heartbroken by the depth of Christine's pain, while others feel validated because the book confirms what they've suspected for years about Kody's behavior. Many are praising Christine for her courage, calling the memoir a gift not only to fans of the show but to anyone struggling in a toxic relationship. Readers are also predicting that this book could spark major fallout within the Brown family, as the details Christine shares are likely to reignite old wounds and perhaps even create new divides. In the world of sister wives, secrets and private struggles have often been hidden behind the facade of unity. Christine's memoir shatters that facade. It is not just her side of the story, it is a reclamation of her voice, her truth, and her power. For fans, it's a long-awaited look behind the curtain of a family that has fascinated viewers for over a decade. And for Christine, it's proof that her story doesn't end with betrayal, it begins with freedom. The early drop of Kody Brown's memoir is already making headlines, but the true impact will be felt as more readers dive into her words. What seems certain is that this book will change how fans view sister wives forever. It's no longer just reality TV drama, it's a real woman's testimony about love, loss, betrayal, and redemption. Christine's honesty cuts deep, and it forces readers to reconsider everything they thought they knew about Kody Brown. Ultimately, fans are calling the memoir not just a story about Christine and Kody, but a cautionary tale about what happens when promises of equality and partnership turn into patterns of betrayal. And in the end, Christine proves that while betrayal can wound, it cannot silence someone who is determined to reclaim their life. The newest season of Sister Wives has already proven that the Brown family's drama is nowhere near finished. Season 20 takes fans right back into the whirlwind of chaos, emotions, and conflicts that have long defined the family's story. But this time, the spotlight is on an unexpected twist. Kody Brown openly expressing his desire to court yet another woman while his household continues to unravel. If that wasn't explosive enough, Robyn's daughter Aurora is said to have completely lost control over the news, unleashing raw emotions that left even the most loyal fans stunned. The entire premise of the Brown family was once built on unity, shared faith, and the belief that polygamy was their calling. But over the past few years, cracks have widened into deep divides. Christine walked away. Janelle distanced herself. Mary has been pushed out emotionally for years. Only Robyn remains by Kody's side, but even that relationship is under heavy strain. Season 20 isn't about rebuilding, it's about watching the family shatter even further, and Kody's shocking new revelation only pours gasoline on the fire. Kody Brown has long been criticized for being self-centered, demanding, and at times manipulative. But in Season 20, he makes one of his most brazen admissions yet. He states that he feels called to pursue another woman outside of his current relationship with Robyn after losing 3 wives in recent years. Kody seems desperate to reclaim the vision of polygamy that once made him feel powerful and in control. Instead of focusing on repairing the damage done with his remaining family, he turns his attention outward, believing another relationship might bring him fulfillment. Fans have pointed out the glaring irony. Kody spent years pushing Christine, Janelle, and Mary away, favoring Robyn and creating obvious divisions within the family. Now, with his household in ruins, he wants to add yet another woman into the mix? The move has been described as selfish, tone-deaf, and even delusional. But the biggest shockwave didn't come from the ex-wives. It came from inside his own house. Aurora, Robyn's eldest daughter, has been incredibly close to Kody, often siding with him during family conflicts and showing loyalty toward her mother's marriage. Yet when the news of Kody's desire to court another woman broke, Aurora was reportedly devastated. According to insider accounts revealed on the show, Aurora completely lost her composure. She confronted her mother and Kody, expressing feelings of betrayal, abandonment, and confusion. For years, Aurora has witnessed the pain her mother endured as the other wives exited the family. She watched Kody grow increasingly dependent on Robyn, while neglecting his children from his other marriages. To Aurora, the idea of bringing in yet another woman wasn't about faith or calling, it was a fresh wound tearing apart what was left of their family unit. Her breakdown has been described as one of the most emotional moments of the new season. Fans saw a young woman torn between her loyalty to her mother, her complicated feelings for Kody, and the instability of their household. At one point, Aurora is said to have shouted that Kody doesn't care about any of them and only wants to feed his own ego. This raw outburst not only shocked viewers but also highlighted what many longtime fans have been saying for years. Kody's decisions are about control, not family. Robyn, for her part, is visibly torn. On one hand, she has always supported polygamy as part of her faith. On the other, she knows firsthand the level of pain and jealousy that comes with sharing a husband. For years, she has insisted that she didn't want to be the favorite wife, yet she became the sole focus of Kody's attention. Now, with Kody talking about courting another woman, Robyn faces a dilemma. Support him and risk destroying what little stability they have left, or oppose him and admit that polygamy may not work for her after all. Aurora's reaction forces Robyn to confront questions she's avoided for years. Has Kody's obsession with control and validation gone too far? Does she really want to open her life and her children's lives to even more emotional chaos? Season 20 appears to show Robyn questioning herself in ways she never has before. Fans have speculated that even Robyn, long seen as Kody's unwavering supporter, may finally hit her breaking point. The fanbase has been buzzing since these revelations. Many longtime viewers feel vindicated, saying that Aurora's emotional outburst is proof that Kody's decisions aren't just hurting his wives, they're damaging the children as well. Social media lit up with comments such as, "Finally someone said what we've all been thinking," and "Aurora is the voice of the kids who've been ignored for years." Others wonder whether Kody's desire to court another woman is genuine or simply a desperate attempt to remain relevant on television. Some critics argue that he thrives on drama and controversy, and this new wife storyline could just be another way to keep the cameras rolling. After all, with Christine, Janelle, and Mary out of the picture, the show needed a new source of conflict. Till for Aurora, this isn't about ratings or headlines. It's about her family's stability, her mother's happiness, and her own emotional well-being. Watching her family's drama play out in public has been difficult enough, but now she feels directly impacted by Kody's choices in ways she never imagined. Her meltdown on-screen resonates deeply because it reflects the pain of children caught in the middle of their parents' chaos. Season 20 of Sister Wives may go down as one of the most dramatic yet. The story of a family once united by faith has turned into a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride, favoritism, and neglect. Kody Brown's desire to court another woman isn't just about romance. It's a symptom of his refusal to face the consequences of his past actions. And Aurora's explosive reaction proves that the children of this family are carrying emotional burdens just as heavy as their parents. As new episodes continue to air, fans are left wondering what comes next. Will Kody actually pursue this new relationship, or will Aurora's passionate confrontation force him to reconsider? Will Robyn stand by his side, or will she finally admit that her marriage is not what she envisioned? And most importantly, will the family ever find peace after years of heartbreak? One thing is certain, Sister Wives Season 20 isn't just about the past, it's about the destructive choices happening right now. And if Kody continues down this path, he risks losing not only his wives but also the fragile respect of the children who once looked up to him. Janelle, usually the calm and rational one, also raises her voice in frustration. She accuses Kody of playing favorites, reminding him that he put everything into Robyn while abandoning his commitments to the rest of the family. The words sting and Kody tries to deflect, but Janelle isn't letting him off the hook. For years, fans have suspected that Janelle's loyalty to Kody was fading, and the trailer finally confirms that the dam has burst. Mary, who has spent decades in a strained relationship with Kody, has her own moment in the spotlight. She says plainly that she knows she was discarded the moment Robyn came into the picture. Her voice shakes, but her determination is clear. The trailer shows her refusing to be painted as desperate or pathetic anymore. She looks Kody in the eye and tells him she has reclaimed her independence, a line that immediately sent viewers buzzing online. Throughout the trailer, Kody does not stay quiet. His temper flares and he shouts back at Christine, Janelle, and Mary. He claims they never gave him enough respect as the leader of the family. He accuses them of twisting the truth to make him look like a villain. His body language shows a man on edge, cornered and desperate to defend his crumbling legacy. The louder his voice gets, the calmer his ex-wives seem to become, which only makes him angrier. But it's not all shouting and anger. The trailer also gives glimpses of the ex-wives building new lives outside of Kody's shadow. Christine is seen smiling with her new husband David Woolley, radiating happiness that stands in stark contrast to the tension with Kody. Janelle is shown focusing on her children and building her own independence, while Meri discusses moving forward with her business ventures and reclaiming her self-worth. The symbolism is clear. While Kody clings desperately to the remnants of control, his ex-wives are thriving without him. The juxtaposition is brutal and intentional. TLC seems to be making a statement that the story is no longer about a patriarch leading a plural marriage but about 3 women who broke free from his grasp. Fans on social media have been quick to react. Some say Kody's arrogance in the trailer proves everything the ex-wives have said about him for years. Others note that his anger looks less like righteous indignation and more like fear of irrelevance. Viewers have long speculated whether Kody could survive as a reality star without the plural marriage storyline, and the trailer suggests the women may now be the central focus. One clip in particular has already gone viral. Christine leaning across the table and saying, "You don't get to rewrite history, Kody. We lived it." The line lands like a thunderclap, and fans are hailing it as one of the most iconic moments in Sister Wives history. Trailer also teases emotional sit-downs where the children of the Brown family share their perspective. Viewers will finally hear more from the adult kids about how the fractured marriage affected them. In one heartbreaking moment, a child's voice is heard saying, "Dad wasn't there when we needed him most," before cutting to Kody looking visibly shaken. As the preview races toward its climax, the editing gets faster, the voices louder, and the emotions more raw. Kody shouts that he refuses to apologize for choosing what was best for him, and Christine fires back that he abandoned his family in the process. The screen cuts to black just as Robyn screams through tears, leaving fans desperate to see how it all unfolds. What makes this trailer different from past seasons is the intensity. For years, the show danced around the family's issues, but now everything is out in the open. There are no more polite conversations or quiet admissions. Season 20 is set to expose the deepest wounds, and the ex-wives are no longer holding back. Critics are already predicting this will be one of the most watched seasons of the series. With the rise of Christine's popularity after her divorce, the growing support for Janelle's independence, and Meri's transformation from sidelined wife to empowered individual, the narrative has shifted away from Kody's leadership. Instead, it's about the women reclaiming their voices. Viewers for more than a decade is returning with brand new episodes, and the drama looks bigger, louder, and more explosive than ever before. The new season will not only deliver shocking family confrontations, but it will also explore the aftermath of crumbling relationships, difficult choices, and the future of the Brown family as everything fans thought they knew is turned upside down. TLC confirmed that the Sister Wives Season 20 premiere date is set, and the very first trailer has dropped. As expected, it has already sparked major discussions among fans who cannot believe the level of tension building within the family. Preview alone gives a glimpse into the heartache, betrayal, and power struggles that will dominate the upcoming season, and longtime viewers are saying this might be the most shocking season yet. The official trailer wastes no time in showing Kody Brown in the middle of chaos. He is heard admitting that the family structure has completely collapsed, and his once tightly held authority is gone. Viewers see him clashing with his former wives, while his emotional struggle with Robyn grows more complicated. The sense of desperation in Kody's voice makes it clear that even he knows the family may never recover from what has happened. For Christine Brown, Season 20 represents her full transformation into independence. Trailer teases moments of Christine enjoying her new life away from the plural marriage and embracing her future with fiancé David Woolley. Her confidence and happiness stand in stark contrast to the exhaustion on Kody's face, and fans are already calling Christine the breakout star of the season. The divide between Kody and Christine appears deeper than ever, and the trailer hints that viewers will finally learn just how severe the betrayals really were. Janelle Brown's storyline also takes center stage in the trailer. Cracks in her relationship with Kody are now fully exposed, and she does not hold back when speaking her truth. Janelle is seen confronting Kody over his treatment of her children, and her frustration builds into one of the most intense arguments the show has ever captured. Viewers who once saw Janelle as the calm voice of reason will be shocked to witness her fiery determination to stand her ground. Meanwhile, Meri Brown is facing her own crossroads. The trailer shows her reflecting on years of being sidelined and marginalized within the marriage. In a striking moment, Meri declares that she can no longer wait for Kody to choose her. Her storyline this season promises to reveal whether she can finally walk away completely, or if she will remain tied to the family despite the pain. For fans who have watched her struggle in silence for years, this season could bring the closure they've been waiting for. Robyn Brown is portrayed in the trailer as the most emotional of all. Tears stream down her face as she begs for the family to stay together. But viewers are divided, with some feeling sympathy for her heartbreak, while others blame her for the downfall of the plural marriage. The new season looks ready to expose Robyn's struggles in a raw, unfiltered way, as her dream of a united plural family continues to crumble before her eyes. Beyond the drama between the adults, the trailer also teases updates on the Brown children. Aurora, Brianna, and the rest of Robyn's children appear briefly, while viewers also get glimpses of Janelle and Christine's older kids voicing their frustrations. The generational divide within the family seems more pronounced than ever, with the children openly questioning their father's choices and loyalty. TLC has promised that Season 20 will not shy away from the hard truths. Instead, the network claims this season is about exposing the reality of what happens when a plural marriage falls apart in the public eye. The tension between past loyalty and present resentment is at the heart of the new episodes, and the explosive trailer leaves fans bracing for some of the most raw confessions the show has ever featured. Premiere date itself has fueled anticipation even more. Sister Wives Season 20 is set to debut this fall, and the network is pulling out all the stops for a primetime release. Fans will be treated to a supersized first episode that dives directly into the aftermath of the family split, with no time wasted on introductions. For those who have followed the Browns since the very beginning, the new season feels like both a conclusion to years of drama and the beginning of a completely new chapter. Reaction to the trailer has been overwhelming. Social media is buzzing with fans dissecting every frame, from Kody's frustrated outbursts to Christine's glowing smile. Some say Christine has finally achieved the happiness she deserves, while others argue that Kody's downfall is painful to watch after so many years of him trying to hold the family together. Hashtags related to the show are already trending, with thousands of comments speculating on which Brown wife will deliver the most shocking revelation this season. Many fans believe the editing of the trailer hints at a major confrontation in the middle of the season, possibly involving a sit-down between Kody and his estranged wives. Tension is palpable, and viewers are eager to see whether Kody will finally acknowledge his mistakes or continue to blame everyone else for the collapse of the family. The new season also teases a shocking confession that TLC is keeping under wraps, with a voiceover in the trailer saying, "You don't know the half of it yet." As the premiere date approaches, fans are preparing for emotional episodes filled with anger, tears, and maybe even a few surprising reconciliations. Will Meri finally break free for good? Will Janelle and Christine move forward together as allies against Kody? Will Robyn's pleas for unity fall on deaf ears? And will Kody,